Michael, many congratulations, an incredible game, an incredible display. You must be over the moon to come through that.
100% to perform a game like this against a player who I think has been the credit of this tournament. I think he had a fantastic tournament, but to also produce against him at the moment when I had to, it gives a lot of energy.
You've been involved in so many amazing games on this stage, but that must be right up there, especially over the last couple of years.
100%. It was a tough. I think it was a tough one, but he put me under pressures on probably one of the most difficult moments of my year, and then to answer with the performance I did tonight, it gives me a lot of energy.
You mentioned that every time Callan came back at you, you had an answer and you seemed to find another gear. Does that just show you your game's in a really strong place right now?
I think I'm in a good place, otherwise you can't produce what I've did tonight and this afternoon. I'm so used to playing in the evenings. I think it's the first time ever I played in the afternoon in the World Championship. I can't even remember. Can you remember?
2013, I think.
Yeah. You look. So people had to look for it. Do you know what I mean? I can't even remember, boys. No, but it means a lot. What I did today in a game like this on such a high standard, it gives me goosebumps. That's why you want to play darts for.
And 2 games away now from lifting yet another World Championship title. Do you feel like you're getting back to your best at the perfect time?
That's for other people to decide, but as long as I keep performing like this, I definitely have a chance.
And Chris Dobie tomorrow night is a new ground for Chris's first semi-final. How valuable could that big stage pedigree of yours be tomorrow?
I think I've got a lot of confidence and I've got a lot of experience, especially above anyone else who's left in the tournament. But we're going to see what's going to happen. I need to make sure I keep maintaining this focus, and as long as I keep maintaining this focus and this belief, I know I can do a lot more. Thank you.
Well, Michael, what a match to be involved in. Just talk to me about what that did to you on the stage.
Yeah, it definitely means a lot to me, and when you're performing in games like this and do things at the moments you have to do it, and you need to do it, otherwise you're gonna lose. Simple as that. I think he was performing really well, and I think everyone should give him a lot of credit for the way how he played in this tournament. I think he's been the flair of this tournament. People underestimate him, but I didn't. Because if you underestimate him, you can't produce things like what I did tonight.
You're not somebody who lacks belief in yourself, but after a performance like that, digging deep, finding an extra level every time you needed to, that's got to get the juices flowing, hasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. But you have to maintain doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to have steak for dinner every night of the week, but you need to make sure you keep eating it smoothly. And today was nice, but you have to do it tomorrow again. And the tournament is still long, and there's still a long way to go. And never underestimate anyone, because anyone can play well out of nothing. Otherwise, they're not left in the tournament.
That said, you're not underestimating anyone, which is obviously key in top-level sports. But how do you rate your own chances now? In your mind, has the chances of Michael van Gerwen being engraved onto that trophy again increased after what we've just seen?
There's a possibility I can do, yeah. But that's for other people to answer and for me to show on the stage. And if you just look to the facts in this tournament, I think I have a fair chance. But you need to maintain this form, otherwise you will be in the train home. Simple as that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Michael, congratulations.
Thank you.
Has this year changed you in some way? Because normally by now you'd have told everyone you're going to win this, you're going to smash them, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Where now you come up with a different mindset.
As you know, I have to. People tell me to cool down a little bit. No. It's of course this year changed me a lot. You need to look everything in perspective, and everyone knows I'm coming from far. It's been a tough year, and I've had my battles here and there, but as long as you keep believing in your own ability, like I do at the moment, I think there's a lot possible. But step by step, don't make any mistakes, because I've made so many mistakes in my life, and I don't want to keep doing it.
This year, when people have asked questions of you, you've said it yourself that you haven't found the answers, but the last 2 games that you have, do you feel there's a real change in your own game now?
Yeah, if you look to my belief and the way how I played, I think there is an answer. But I have to keep maintain doing it, and it's not always that easy. But as long as you got the belief and the will to do everything what's necessary to produce something good on that stage, you have to keep it and you have to do it.
And you touched on playing in the afternoon that you can't remember the last time you
No.
did it. Were you surprised when the schedule came out and you were in the afternoon?
Yeah, yes and no. If you just look to the facts, there's two sides of the draw, and they have to pick. Of course, with WONDERBOY, Luke Littler. Okay, it's not really. I expected to play in the afternoon. I understand it, and I think at this moment in the game, it might help me to watch tomorrow. Thank you.
Michael, well done on the win. We talked earlier in the week about sacrifice.
I
Something
made
that
a few in
used
my
to.
life. Oi, oi, oi.
Something that you're used to now is obviously New Year's, Christmas, possibly away from the family. When you get to this stage of the competition with the title in sight, does it make it all worth it?
It's not about the title, it's about making a sacrifice. You have to make sacrifices all year, and wherever is on your path, wherever day it is, if it's Easter, wherever it is, the Valentine, Christmas, I don't care about that. My wife knows, my family know it. You have to make the sacrifice if you want to be the best in what you do. And of course, I didn't always show it this year, but the will is there, and I think that's the most important thing.
When we spoke to Chris Dobie after his semi-final win, he spoke about how nervous he was on those winning doubles. Do you think that's something that you can take advantage of in the next game against him?
The only thing what you have to do is keep playing well, because Dobie is a fantastic player, but what you said, when you put him under pressure, he can miss. So as long as you keep putting the pressure on him, I can do some damage tomorrow as well, but there's still 24 hours to go before I'm going to start my preparation tomorrow night, so I need to make sure I'm going to relax now, make sure I'm getting ready for tomorrow night.
Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Since your last win here, we've had the Queen of the Palace with Fallon Sherrick, and this year's Sky's promos have included the Prince of the Palace with Luke Littler. Are we seeing the return of the King of the Palace?
That would be nice. People probably know the answer, but no, it's a tough one. It's a tough battle, but I love to face battles, and as long as I keep believing in my own ability, then the king will come back.
I must ask you, in a Dutch podcast today, it's been reported that Vincent van der Voort said that Peter Wright's wife is unhappy with your comments from the other night.
Was she?
Yes, so is that true? Have they been in contact with you?
I don't know, but she's never happy with me anyway.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Michael, well done on that performance. The last time you was without a major, you then won nearly everything the following year. If you could win a fourth World Championship, could that see the best Michael van Gerwen return and win everything again?
Yeah, but I don't want this, best that. Just look at game by game, performance by performance, and I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I've walked too quickly sometimes, but as long as you keep believing in your ability, and tomorrow is another important game for me, I think that I can do some good damage in this tournament. But we're only in the semi-finals, guys. I've been in the semi-final 8-9 times before, so I don't want to make too many mistakes.
Michael, well done today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Michael, congrats on the win.
Thank
It was
you.
an extraordinary match. I mean, in almost every stat, Callan seemed to beat you. More 180s.
Did he have more 180s than me?
Yeah.
Did he really?
He even won
I
more
don't care,
legs.
do you know what I mean?
But you came out with the win. You had the
What
most
was
important stat.
The stats? 3, 5.
Exactly.
Okay.
So an absolutely extraordinary game. Does that
This
just
is why
show your true grit and
This
determination?
is why the World Championship is a very dangerous tournament. Even the less, I think Dobie was not. I think Gerwen Price was the better player over Dobie, but at moments when you have to play well, you have to play well in the sets, because the sets format is totally different than leg format. But a lot of people don't see it that way. But I've been in this game for quite a few times, so I can judge about it.
Is experience the most important attribute you can have on that stage?
Yes, of course, it's really important, but a little bit of talent helps as well.
Before your match kicked off, we obviously spoke to Chris in that same seat, and he actually said, due to his friendship with Callan and how Callan was playing, he thinks you would probably be an easier match than him. Do you have a message back to
Yeah,
that?
but people, when they win, they talk a lot of nonsense.
Congrats, thank you very much.
Michael, well played.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Was it difficult for you to play in the afternoon only in
Sorry,
the third
I
time?
can't hear you, mate.
Was it difficult to play in the afternoon only for the third time,
No,
especially on
yeah,
New Year's Day?
I play so many times in a year in the afternoon. For me, that doesn't really matter, but it is what it is. You have to, of course, my preference go out to play in the evening, but when they tell me I have to play tomorrow morning, I'm going to play tomorrow morning. Just tell me the time. You know what I mean? I make sure I'm getting ready.
And when did you start practicing today? So how was
I always
your
start.
day?
I always have a routine. I start 3 hours before. I come in the venue, do my interviews, make sure I get ready, make sure everything is in place, and then start a game. And then I watch the other game before me, and then make sure I get ready myself.
And finally, what do you expect from Chris Dobie? Maybe the same scoring power like Callan today?
Yeah, not like Callan Rydz, but Dobie is a very interesting player to play against because he can produce something really good. So you always have to make sure you keep maintaining your own fire and everything because he's a good player. So I'm not gonna underestimate him because I had my battles with him. I know what he's capable of, and as long as you know, yeah, then everything is good.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.